So everyone that is joining us, we are here today to celebrate Father's Day. Father's Day is tomorrow, but today we are dedicating this day to look at the role that fathers play in the family, in the society, and especially in the life of a girl, supporting them in education, so that they can thrive. So what is this father figure? What is their role? What do they do? How do they support the girls? Why should we encourage fathers to be present and be, interested in everything that their daughters do? Studies have proven that girls that have fathers in their lives and supporting them those girls are more likely to go up and do amazing things. Academically, they will do better, have that social skill, their confidence will be, be built, and it will be strong, and they will know how to express themselves. They would build that sense of knowing how a woman should be treated in the society, in the home, and how they should be treated as a girl. They will know what to accept and what not to accept. So that's why we are here today. And for all the fathers that are in the home, doing what you're supposed to do, being there for your family, supporting them emotionally, spiritually, financially, being there, taking your children to school, your daughters, supporting them in everything, in even extracurricular activities as well. You are doing this to build a girl so that she would know her place in society, what to accept and what not to accept. That's why we are here. But just to say, when I went to Gambia and I went to visit the girls, I went to see the girls. I couldn't see everyone because we're sponsoring of over 120 girls, but I went to see quite a few of them. And the people that I met there were the mothers. And I was saying, where are the fathers? Where are the fathers? Most of them are the mothers that are in there with their homework, with supporting them, so interested. They're the one that go to the parents, teachers meetings and everything like that. So fathers, I know some of you are busy out there, bringing the bacon home and stuff like that, or some of the fathers are not present, but we really need to look into how we can, as a society, to bring up the girl child holistically, because it will help them and it will help society at large. And also I went to so many schools, and when I speak to the teachers, they were like, girls are overtaking performance in schools. They told me. And there was one of the schools I went to, in a class of 25, there were only 9 boys. Everybody else is a girl. So girls are doing well, but we still, there's a point where they'll go and they'll be stuck, because society, would want to pigeonhole them. Society would want to say, okay, you've reached here, stop now. So we should allow them to continue to the furthest that they can go, academically wise, where they want to go, business wise, anywhere that they have the dream, we should push them on to go. That's why we're here with the SaGG Foundation. So this is a Gambian run foundation. This is a Gambian brought solution. We are the one that know our problem. We are the one that know how to direct it. There are lots of charities in Gambia, international charities. We commend them. They've done a lot of good. They know everything, but we know our problems and we know how it can be fixed. We are the solution to our problem. We would like you all to come and be part of this movement. I call it a movement. We are not just here for one time wonder hit and go. We are here for the long run, because we have girls that we have to take on from nursery to primary to junior to high school and move them on to different areas that they would want to go, the different path they would like to take. So that's why we are here, and we are looking for you to come on board to support us in whatever way you can. It can be financial. It can just be to spread the word. Those that are spreading the word, they're the ones that are bringing people on. So come on board and join the SaGG Foundation. We are sponsoring girls into education. That's what we do. So we go back into the topic for the day, which is we are looking at the role of fathers in improving the status of girls' education. That's why we are here. What is the role of the fathers for girls to, be better in their education, to do well, to support them in all those areas? So we have discussed who a father is. We've discussed who the father is. We've looked at the role that the father has for the family. Now we are looking at the role of the father for society at large. What would you say is that role for society at large, looking at the wider community out there? What would you say it is, Ben?
Again, we'll come to the responsibilities of wider role. I know the traditional or the cultural role is the head of the family. He's the one goes and get the money and come in, and that's all he does. And you see, this have even limited men to be in the life of their children. Once they come in from work, they can drop their suitcase and they can go and come in. It's not their responsibility to spend time with their kids. It's not their responsibility to do other things, but they will just come and do the firefight. Next minute, the wife will call you to say, dama déggal lii si school bi and nga jàpp ko dóor. You don't even bother. Fathers will rarely, let's accept this in our culture, rarely go to the school to investigate, to follow up. Then you want to jabar bi mooy dem, jigéen bi mooy dem si school bi investigate ak yëpp. And regardless of whether responsibility jigéen bi bu am, I mean, because we have lots of responsibilities, but then you feel the ñoom seen liggéey jeex na. I mean, we stop their job, stop na fu ñu mënee indi xaalis bi, and they are seen as the father figure. Now, ñoom loolu la ñoo def, and they can go and spend much time as they want outside. They don't spend time with the kids. They don't interact with the kids. They don't know their problems, and they are not proactive, in fact, to avoid those problems happening. But when they even come in, after the problems happen, they know diagnose the problem to try to distinguish, because they don't want to take that responsibility. It's not theirs. What they would have to do, door halabi, also a masculine position, and the rest again is burden on the woman. That woman might be pregnant at that time, might be looking after other siblings, might be doing other things, and the money we talk about, even the gorgi moment, it's never sufficient. The woman have the burden to make it last. The woman have the burden to paraphrase. Women have the burden to make all these things. And you see, that's where we look at fathers again. That's why when we look at these things, it's not about boys and girls. It's about family. Let's come back. Fatherhood is about family. And when we say family, because it's a family that we start from, that's the foundation we build a society. If we don't have it right in our families, we don't expect to have a better society. Things we could talk about every day and blame society. Look, we should blame ourselves. It's us from our families. We're not doing it right. We are not, and in most cases, I'm not saying all the cases, but most cases generally is because of us men are not pulling our weight, because of culture have defined our role and mistaught it. And the role about hunter and gatherer, and the rest is for women to do. I mean, again, this is no shame. I'll say this. Let me say this. It's no shame you should admit. I've never seen my father in my school. My mother have been going to my school. How many parents, how many of my generation I'm talking about? But you'll be surprised, even that now generation. You see, some values we have picked from the diaspora. Let's accept this. You see, there's a norm that, but look, we have to accept this. Some values of caring, especially for our families, we're taken from the diaspora. And we should be grateful for this. And if you go back in the Gambia, you can see the difference. People that have influences from outside are doing things better. I'm not saying they're excellent parents, but they're doing certain things better because they have this opportunity to learn from other cultures. Traditionally, our culture have distorted things, and we are not lifting our weight, and these are causing problems. If you look at the situation on girls and boys, because society have already made girls to be vulnerable when girls should not be. They should be equally, in a position, to meet their potential. They have the same rights in the family or in law. And they should have the same privileges, and they should be supported, in fact, based on need. And in this case, that's why when we emphasize advocacy for women, it's because of the needs of a girl is outweighs the need of a boy. And, and again, if you support a girl, you are supporting a family. That's why when we champion this, support the Gambian girl, if I support one girl in a family, I am helping with the resources that goes into the family to be used, in fact, to empower the rest or the boys. But not only that, I am supporting again some of these emotional and structures that are missing around the girl. Is someone else is supporting that aspect as well, because um, children, as they grow up, they look up to their parents, but again, they are influenced by people outside. For to see that somebody else who is not your relative is so concerned thousands of miles, being in your life might be a motivating factor in accepting to listen and take it up. And as I said, most of us that are given our time and these things have a perspective that their parents don't have. Their parents never leave the village. Their parents never leave the town. Their parents never leave Gambia. They might not have this. Their parents might be so constrained, they don't even have time to think about certain things. They don't have a worldview. They don't have a profession that will help them to articulate all this, but we will be there to support them. These are things I really want to emphasize on. People to understand this is a movement. It's not only to support by finance, because your finance, what it does is it creates a structure, to mold these girls to be more independent. And within a family, you are not supporting the girl, you are supporting the family, you are supporting the male child in the family as well. And the parent in the family as well, you are helping them, supporting them. And that in turn, you are supporting fixing societal problems. And these societal problems would improve. When they improve, governance would improve, because these are the people that go into positions. If you hear about the system change, people attitudes have to change. People have to be educated. People have to be equipped and have the capacity to bring about the change. And that's why I champion this program.
Yes. Thank you so much, Ben. That what you emphasized on having someone that is not part of the family, like what we are doing here, influencing their lives, they're extra motivated that how can somebody that I have never known, I have never seen, have got so much interest in my education. So that motivated the girls so much that they are now putting extra effort to see that somebody from nowhere is interested, wants to support them, wants to see them do well, wants to see them, move beyond their story and their condition and everything. So that thing is another motivation that we are doing here to support the girls. And whatever we do in the life of a girl, you normally say anyone, but we are concentrating on the girl child. Whatever we do here in uplifting the girl child, empowering the girl child, we know that it's not going to stay with that girl alone. That girl is going to impact generational change. Her children, her great grandchildren, will all benefit from this. And it means society as a whole benefits. So we are changing. Yes, we say we are impacting the life of, these few girls, but these few girls will now turn into impacting the lives of thousands and thousands of more girls. So we are so grateful of what your support, those that are supporting us, those that are spreading the message. Sponsor a Gambian girl. We are not bragging, but we have to say this is a brand that is now recognized by Gambians in what we do. Is widely recognized. People know what we do. They know what we stand for as well. And we have never deviated since we started in what we are doing. So we thank you for all those that are sharing the message and everything.